Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. As a brief description about me just now, mentioned about I'm the Undersecretary for Cyber and Space Security Division in Prime Minister's Department, National Security Council. But I'm not going to talk about cyber security or space security today. We're still going to talk about geospatial technology. I just want to share our experience and what we think about this technology. We are the new user for this technology, and we found out that this is very useful and helpful for us to carry out our task. So today I'm going to talk about geospatial technology in disaster management in Malaysia. So before I go further, just as an introduction about a disaster area around this region. Owing its location along the Pacific Ring of Fire, the Asia-Pacific region is extremely susceptible to natural disaster. For long, countries in this region have been facing nature's fury in the form of earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, tsunamis, typhoons, floods, landslides, and severe storms. According to a report by the United Nations Economic and Social Commission of the Asia-Pacific, UNESCAP, the people of Asia-Pacific region are 4 times likely to be affected by natural disasters than those living in Africa, and 25 times more likely than those living in Europe or North America. Malaysia, by reason of its location, which is just outside the Pacific Ring of Fire, is generally thought to be safe from severe natural disaster. However, the perception does not hold true any longer. The Indian Ocean tsunami, which struck the west coast of Peninsular Malaysia, bears testimony to this fact. In the past few years, Malaysia has experienced several extreme weather and climatic events ranging from freak thunderstorm to monsoonal floods, which caused disruption to the country. The total economic loss to the government from this annual occurrence is very burdensome. Other than flooding, the country also from time to time experiences from man-made disaster, which caused considerably damage to properties and loss of life. In the past few years, Malaysia has also experienced several weather and climatic events, which caused extreme damage. The Asia-Pacific region is being characterized by growing wealth, and is emerging as a market to reckon with on the global economic map. However, this gain can easily slip out of hand if they are not protected from risk and impact of disasters. While countries throughout the region are making it priority and sprucing up their efforts, it is also needs to be matched by new multidisciplinary policy approaches. And in line with the international initiatives for countries to establish platforms for connected government, like electronic government, information sharing, and better service delivery. Our current government policy, whatever policy and initiatives, shall look into the implication to the public and citizens. People's First policy, where the disaster management in the country shall provide rapid assistance to the public and quick information for the public. The demand is fast and accurate. And also to comply with the international obligation, the Hugo Framework for Action, where the country should provide platform to improve administration and management of disaster risk by 2015. So, what is the Emergency Command Center? It is a central command and control facility responsible for managing disaster at national level, which taking into consideration the 4 stages in disaster management: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. And this center will be officially operate by December 2013. And in order to ensure that the successful implementation of this system, the relevant data and information is critical. Therefore, cooperation and collaboration within related agencies was sought to provide relevant and meaningful data to the center. As such, a secured link was established to connect this center to various agencies. And the system that we have within these centers as I mentioned before, covered all the stages of disaster management: mitigation, preparedness, response, and recovery. And the system was developed based on geographical information system, which we have the data from various agencies, and we provide the base map. And we are at the end of the implementation of this project. Hopefully by next month we are ready, and by end of the year we are ready to be implemented. And this center also is connected to our state office, or our state center, and we have two type of remote connection to disaster site using mobile device, and also we have a vehicle. We call it MOFOS, Mobile Field Operation Station, which is equipped with certain gadgets, so that this vehicle can upload or updates the situation at disaster sites. So the system that we developed, we name it as National Disaster Management System. This is basically the components in the system, where the basic information inside the system is geospatial data. So from our experience, this data need to be maintained and developed with expertise and very technical know-how knowledge. And from this system, we have the real-time data from 4 agencies currently that gives the water level information, air pollution index, the weather, and also regarding the closed road and landslide information, which feed to this system. And we also need to inform or disseminate information to the public as fast as possible, as accurate as possible. And one of the ways or method to inform the public is to develop a portal. Currently, we have a portal named Flood Portal, which only inform or disseminate information to the public regarding floods. And we don't have any spatial technology inside this portal, but when we upgrade this portal to a new portal called Disaster Portal, which will be launched soon in a couple of months, and this portal will be include the map and location, which is one of the expectations from the public. So from our observation, we found out that this technology is very good, very helpful to us in managing disaster in the country, but it has to be managed properly. We got to build up our capacity in improve our system. So the partnership between public and private is very important in capacity building, in support us technically, and also we have to develop a mechanism to ensure that our system is sustained. So we look into the people part, the process and technology. Where people, we need to, as I mentioned earlier, to build the capability and capacity. The process, we need to have a policy and a proper mechanism to ensure that the system that we develop is sustainable and use the right and updated technology. So as a conclusion, in managing disaster in the country, region and internationally, the spatial technology is very important to ensure that we can manage disaster in effective ways. We can plan and execute effectively to ensure that we can produce rapid and coordinated response. We can manage our asset effectively. We can disseminate information as real time as possible, as accurate as possible to the public, as demanded by the citizen nowadays. And of course, certainly, we can manage our disaster more effectively. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you.